Hey Sexy Squad, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're here. If you're new here, please do me a favor, hit the like, subscribe button. Hit that bell so you know whenever I post a video. I would also love to have you support this channel. Give me a super thanks below. You can also donate at paypal.com/realnajwa. You can also join here on YouTube membership. You get videos early. You get exclusive videos, especially success content. You can also get that membership, the same membership, a little bit cheaper at patreon.com/realnajwa. Please do join here on YouTube because the more members we get flowing in, I'll actually do live streams just for you about successes and lots of content, motivation, politics, pop culture, all that good stuff. So definitely join me, or at the very least, just give it a like button, comment below, push this video out into the algorithm. It really, really helps. So if you're wondering, my sweater says Santa is coming because he is. Guys, I miss you so much. I'm so sorry that I don't get to my comments as much as I used to, and I feel like it might be the new world order. I feel like membership is going to be that place where we can actually do live streams, and I can just talk to y'all while I'm doing live, and also the free live streams. But it just, I'm drowning. I'm drowning, Shawty. It just, I don't, some people I wonder how they get so much stuff done in 24 hours because I'm like, what? But literally, I just wanted to talk to you guys about how I really can't stomach The Crown. I watched The Crown and I'm just like, where's Prince Harry and Meghan Markle? Okay, I'm really happy to see baby Prince Harry or young Prince Harry, but I'm just like, where's Meghan Markle? Where's Prince Harry? Like, you know, adult Prince Harry. I don't want to sort of and let me just go ahead and sort of caveat this with saying and being really transparent to say I have not finished it. But it's just because I can't stomach it. Like, I feel like, okay, I'm going to break it down to y'all. Maybe a little scandalous for the derangers out there, but not really. But I feel like the other senior royals, the big guns, they saw this. I feel like for like the first, why am I holding my hands like this? Like you can hear me. But I feel like for like the first 3 or 4 seasons was the good crown, because I feel like that's when Buckingham Palace wasn't as privy to it, you know? Like, you guys feel that, right? I feel like something happened with season 5 where it just seemed like different, you know? It just seemed weird. I don't know. I feel like once it got to Diana, maybe it's because Diana was so scandalous to these people who just hated her, the same way that people hate Meghan Markle. But believe it or not, Diana, who was a freaking angel, it seems like there's a lot of people out there who really, I don't know if they're pro Camilla people or what. You guys can tell me in the comments. But anyway, I feel like something flipped. I feel like something switched around season 5. And I just stopped being able to really stomach it. I'm really, I looked at what the creator said about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. They said that, like, they're not going to be doing that because that story of them is still it's still unfolding right now. And it's going to be unfolding for 20 years to come. And I can't remember who it was, but someone was like, I think it was Diana's medium. Diana's medium was like, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are never going to get divorced. Like, she ain't going nowhere, honey. So I just feel like some political stuff came up in here. I feel like some deranger stuff came up in here. I feel like little ears, feeder ears in Buckingham Palace actually started paying attention to what was going on in The Crown. I feel like in the first 3-4 seasons, they probably weren't even paying attention to it because it seems like there is so much crap out there about them, from BBC documentaries to Netflix to the Windsors to, you know, all of these random Royal Daily News specials everywhere. I feel like they weren't even paying that much attention. But then I feel like when Diana came into it, people probably started buzzing about it a lot more online. And so I feel like that's when Buckingham Palace is like little, how do you call those things, you know, that like, the bugs that have these little things here, what are they, like the little sensors? Anyway, I feel like those little feeder ears, they like popped up and just was like, what's going on? So that's when it changed. And it was the same thing with me for Black Mirror. Like, Black Mirror was so good in the beginning. And then now I watched this past season and I couldn't stomach. I watched the first couple of episodes, and you know, that's bad because both The Crown and Black Mirror were two series that like I would binge watch straight on through. But yeah, it was just weird. Okay, let's just get down into the nitty gritty of it. I feel like the previous seasons where we see Diana, I feel like we got a better sense of her personality. You know, when she was first pregnant with William, I feel like we got a better sense of her personality. But something about season 6, her personality seems a little contrived. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments about that. But I just feel like those earlier depictions of her, and maybe it's because it was also the earlier depictions of her were when they were depicting her when she was younger and much more sort of like positive about her marriage to Charles and things like that. And, you know, from the beginning, and I've expressed this on other videos where we've talked about the crown, something that I found and was actually pretty surprised by it is by how so let's say, for lack of better words, how gentle they are with, at the time, Prince Charles, now King Charles's personality. They definitely show his kind of awkwardness as a child, but when we get into the older King Charles, they definitely focus much more on his like much more pleasant and endearing attributes. So I definitely think that was interesting. But as far as Diana goes, you know, something about the season, and it also might be the actress. I think the actress that they pick is really, really good. But the thing is, she's Australian, first of all, and you know, for me, it's not a huge difference, you know. But as someone who lived in London for a bit of time, even I can sort of pick up on those subtle things where it seems like her accent is sort of over pushed. It's like pushed, and you know, it's basically like when you hear that, it just feels like it's kind of over pushed. For the viewer, I think on our end, you know, we see it as bad acting. And I'm not saying she's a great actress, but I think maybe it would have been better for them to get someone who was actually British. But I think there's so much controversy in it that they just thought, I mean, that's my opinion. I think that they picked someone who wasn't British because there's been so much controversy around Diana's death, and you know. But when she was younger, I also thought, for you squatties, what was the depiction of Diana when she was younger, I thought that what was interesting is her connection with her boys, and sort of this idea that it's like she needed to be there for Prince Harry more. You know, I feel like when we first see Prince Harry born, you know, when we see him as a young kid, you know, in season 6, he's a little bit older, and they sort of just treat him as like this annoying kind of brat, you know. They're on the plane, and he's just pressing the button, rolling up the windows up and down again, and you know, Diana and William are actually kind of making fun at him at his expense, you know, which, of course, we know that the scenes that are public scenes were based off of real events. The scenes where it's not public, where it's private scenes, you know, they're basically just taking artistic liberties and making up stuff, you know, but making up, it's like an educated guess, right? But I definitely felt like earlier on, we got a sense of Diana's connection to her boys that just seemed a little bit more authentic, right? And maybe that was intentional. You know, it's just, I feel like there's been so much propaganda. I've seen the other side of how the sausage is made, you know, and I feel like the UK, you know, and this is not coming from a place of hate, but the UK really has to do something about its media monster, this selling newspapers at all cost thing that they've got going on. I mean, it quite literally could be the thing that took Diana out. Yes, it was a car wreck that took her out literally, but indirectly it was this nauseating, dangerous need to just stalk her. And that wasn't right, you know, and I feel like Buckingham Palace could have done something so much more about it, you know. And Queen Elizabeth I's day, which Queen Elizabeth II, I'm not just like ripping and raving about Queen Elizabeth, and I know that she was complicit in sort of like some things dealing with race, you know, and she could have done some things differently, but at the same time, she had a certain quality of dignity about her and a certain protectress protectress, lioness kind of nature about her, where she really wanted to protect her family from the goons of the media. And I just feel like Charles has seemed really lethargic in this whole, the way the media goes after Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. You know, it just seems like Elizabeth II was like a lioness in protecting her family from being thrown, and herself from being thrown under the bus, you know, from these the reportings out there, you know, in the UK, whether it was the tabloids, the newsletter, the newspapers, the television. I felt like she tried, if there was like fake news out there, it seemed like she and her staff tried to be proactive and not letting fake news fester and spread. He's very, very, I mean, complicit isn't even the word. It's like he just, it's almost like he's a church mouse. Like he doesn't want to make too much noise. And it's like, I think it's maybe time that you make a little bit of noise, because this is your good name and your family's good name at stake here. Wouldn't you want to protect that? And, you know, with this last season, the last 2 seasons of The Crown, the way that it is, and you guys can put spoilers in the comments. I won't even be mad, because I really will not be mad if you guys give me spoilers. And that right there makes me really sad, but it's like whatever. But I mean, at this point, it's not The Crown that I would sit down and binge watch, you know, through a whole season, because I didn't want to miss anything. Now it's like it's taxing to watch it. And I feel like there's a reason for that. I feel like between this season and last season, something happened where somebody in Buckingham Palace, someone in the firm, got news to some of this stuff was happening. They saw the Harry and Meghan documentary. Let's also talk about that. You know, what influence did the Harry and Meghan Netflix documentary have on this? We all know that there is this certain sentiment, it seems like, among senior royals, where they don't want Harry and Meghan to have too much clout around them. They don't want them to have too much love, too much praise. And so it seems like maybe there's this competition, this competitive thing going on. I was talking to my husband. I was like, it feels like William and Kate are already king and queen. It really does. It really, really does. And not in a good way. It just feels like they are so inserted into my face, like everywhere that I friggin' turn. And it doesn't seem organic, you know? It seems very much like they want to, like, really, really have people. It's like so many things that they want people to think of them at the same time. It's almost like me as someone in advertising. It's almost like a brand positioning strategy just exploded. They want you to think that they're cool and down to earth, but at the same time, they want you to think that they're regal and, you know, they deserve this majesty and respect. But at the same time, you know, we're cool. Like, even when I went and looked at some of the coverage of The Crown online about Kate Middleton, which I did not watch that. If you guys watched it, tell me about it in the comments and let me know. I just can't stomach it. Maybe at some point where I really don't have much time to waste, I will sit down and watch it. But at this point right now, I'm like, dude, I would rather be working. I'd rather be working than watching this. But anyway, but I did see a line where they showed pictures of Kate when she was younger, and she did that, I don't know, lingerie modeling thing, and she's got on this like mesh dress with like a bra and panty. It's just like, no, just take it off the screen. No, just no, please cover it. Just no. But yeah, this is the other thing where I just don't get it. It's like, if you talk about this woman if you refer to this woman as Kate, you know, online where these derangers sit, you know, whether it's on, you know, Celeb Bitchy or Lipstick Alley or Twitter or Reddit, whatever it is, Quora, they will come after you. It is not Kate. It is Catherine, mother of Wales, the Princess of Wales. I'm like, oh my God, okay, whatever, okay, I'm American. I didn't grow up. I'm sorry, I don't know. But seriously, they will come after you. And I'm like, which is it? Is she the cool girl next door who, you know, we should just kind of look at as like high school prom date, you know, easy-go-lucky, happy-go-lucky, easygoing? Or is she like this person that I need to fear and respect? So that's why I just feel like, it feels like they're already king and queen. You know, I see so much more of William and Kate than Charles and Camilla. And I get that there's an age difference there, but honey child. It just seems like Charles, he just want his Camilla. Like, he don't want nothing else. He just want to shack up with Camilla in some rustic country cabin off the road, out the way, sipping some hot cocoa with their corgis and just sitting by the fire. Like, he's like, I know I'm king, but just, I'm sorry, I'm cracking myself up here right now. But anyway, and he seems the same way in the show, you know. He just doesn't have gray hair, you know. It's like he's just always been the same little old man inside of that body. But yeah, they should have put Harry and Meghan in the show if they really wanted to be, because you know what happens when you're not real. You know, I could come on here and I could just not be real. But I'm pretty sure people would come in and come right back out, you know, if I did that. I mean, people react to inauthenticity. It doesn't come across really well. And I wish The Crown just would have been real authentic, you know, not playing bureaucratics, bureaucracy, you know, what do you even want to call it? Sort of office politics type, you know, veneering, I don't even know, this facade. I wish they would have just really confronted this head on. If you're going to put William and Kate in there, put Meghan and Harry in there.